Hi, my name's Flynn and I am a student and I do TikTok, and welcome to one of my first ever YouTube videos. This is going to be the update for all of my eyeshadow project pans. I have recently just started a new one, but I do project 10 uses, pan those eyeshadows kind of, and pan that palette. So basically everything is either in, I won't show you, but in my little BYOP to hit pan, 10 uses or finish. And then I started a project with my Beauty Bay palettes because every single other palette I have depotted almost. So I'm in the process basically of having everything else in a one of these, in a circular 26mm pan. Other than all my Beauty Bay palettes, I have 9, so I'm working on one each month, or some will be for 2 months. So the October palette that I picked was my Reckless Romance. This was the, what's it called? I think they said Halloween. It's because I wore it on Halloween. Valentine's Day one last year. I believe this year's was Daydreamer. And I will put on the screen what it looked like. I'll put the date as well because I didn't have that long. And then I stopped using this when it became October, but I've definitely expanded some pans. I was really trying to hit pan on number 1. I don't know if you can see the dip there. And I was trying to hit 10 uses on these two, but I didn't quite make it. I think I had like 1 or 2 uses left. Quite a few of them are close to 10 uses. This is one of my most used palettes. I think this one I could have hit pan on, but I definitely expanded this pan and this pan. This dip got bigger, but yeah, I didn't use too much of this because I just didn't have that much time to work on it. But I will put the updates. So for number 1, for Soulmate, for Paparazzi, for Muse, for Girlfriend, for Affair, I want to say, Affair, yeah, for After Party, and I think that's it really. I used Rebel like once, so I might have taken a picture of that, but yeah, there's not much use. But this is already a pretty well loved palette anyway, because I was trying to hit pan in, no, I was trying to hit 10 uses of the shades already. So yeah, and I had Encore and After Party as pan those eyeshadow shades last year, end of last year. So yeah, I'm not too mad about that one. And then the one that I am rolling in for November is my Dark Fantasy. So I had this palette and I depotted it, and then I decided I wanted it back. I did this with a lot of my Beauty Bay palettes. So this is basically brand new. I have no pan left behind it, and then my girlfriend used this shade on Halloween. This is so annoying. Maybe if I hold it upside down. But yeah, this is what this looks like. So I will be working on this one. I do have 10 uses on this shade actually. I did work on that one. So there is use in Algorithm. I'm not sure what I'm going to focus on. I'm not sure what I'm going to use. I might do a palette bingo, just for fun. That could end up messy, but yeah. It's some of the neutrals is going to be difficult because I already have neutrals to work with. I do think I want to hit 10 uses in the black, but as you will see in a minute, I have a black. But I definitely think I can get use out of this dark blue because I don't have a dark blue on my palette. And the dark green potentially, and the green mattes. So I think it could go okay, even though there's not that much use. I haven't used it yet this month, so I'm gonna try and use it at least a few times a week, as well as focusing on my BYOP. But yeah, that's my little product introduction. First thing I want to talk about with my BYOP is my empty. This was a Franken shade. This is like dirt. It's not actually any eyeshadow. It was a Franken crease shade. It was like an orangey. It was a mix of an orange, a warm brown matte, and in fact, this shade. And yeah, I finished it. So that's very exciting. Fresh pan. I need to take the label off that doesn't even say what it actually was. It was an old one. But yeah, so it's not an eyeshadow empty, but it got me a lot of use on those 3 shades, which are still alive and well in my collection. One of them is obviously this one. So this one, I at first was like, it's going so slow, I'm making no progress. But if you look at the picture and then you look now, there is progress. And obviously for a bit I was working on the cream shade in the Reckless Romance palette, so it's quite good considering. I didn't use it today because I just didn't feel like I needed to clean up, but I think it is getting quite thin on this side. I'm gonna try and hit side pan, I think. Like I'm gonna work on that side. Yeah, I think it is getting quite thin. I think that's why it seemed like it was going slow, because it was getting like evenly thinned out rather than the pan getting bigger, but the pan is definitely bigger. So I'm quite happy with that. So this is a to finish item. So I'm going to show all of the to finish shades first. So this one is insane progress. I'll put the picture here, but you're not going to believe this didn't even have pan on it when I rolled it in. And now it looks like this. I have side pan, I have normal pan, and I have side pan. And I want to try and get at least half of this done by the end of the year. A lot of it is thin, like a lot of this side is thin, so I think I can get those 2 edges off and have like the bottom part left. But yeah, any that were in the smaller pans from this palette, this is the shade Heaven from the Revolution Emerald palette. Any that were in the circle pans have like no product in them. I don't know how much it was. I can't find it online. It's really annoying. But yeah, they don't have a lot of product in. So I think I'm going to be successful with this, because I only use this on my inner corner of my brow bone. So for it to go that quick, I'm impressed. Also, the shade before was Cloudfall from the Morphe 35A palette. This is the second shade from the Liar Beauty palette, the nude cocoa. Yeah. This has been repressed. I haven't re-hit pan, but it does look close. It's just not my favourite shade. I could have put it on today as a base underneath the Odin's Eye Shimmer, to be honest. I might try and start doing that. But yeah, this is also to finish, because I thought it was going to be really quick and easy. But I just get bored. I think I just need to put it on and then put another shimmer over it, because it's just a bit mid, and it's also a bit dark for an inner corner. I was originally mixing them for the inner corner, and then I was like, I'm just going to use Heaven. I don't want to use 2 shades on my inner corner, it's a bit annoying. Then I have the shade 1 from that same palette, and this, talk about insane progress. I don't know how I'm finishing this so quick, because it only has like 55 uses on it or something, but this is what it currently looks like. There is some like stuck to the sides, but yeah, that's going to be done by the end of the month, and that's an actual eyeshadow empty. That was a whole eyeshadow. There just obviously wasn't a lot of product in that palette, which is weird, because I have some others that have the same amount, like I think it was a gram, the same amount, and they don't go that quick, so that's weird. Then I have another shade from the Revolution Emerald palette. This is Kyoto, I want to say. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. And this I've been working on all year. I was using it in my brows. I now use it as an outer corner shade. It's going. It's got over 100 uses on it. She's going, she's getting there. It'll be done eventually. When, I don't know. I hit pan really weird in this. I hit pan at the side. And then I've just expanded it that way. I really hit side pan, but I don't know, maybe I should try and like get this little side out, like, because I've been focusing in the middle, but then maybe it'll be two halves and that'll be a bit annoying, so I might do that. So this is my eyebrow shade. I've already updated this in my regular project pan, but I'm gonna do it here anyway. This is again from the Liar Beauty palette, but shade 7. This was repressed and I re-hit pan, and now there's a big pan, and I'm trying to get to this side. Obviously it's easier to hit side pan with a small brush, so that's happened. Well, it will be happening. And then the last shade I have to hit pan on is from the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. It's the shade 11, and this is, how much is in it? This little chunk like chunked off, and I was like trying to get it. It was yeah, I've pressed it a bit weird, I think, but I haven't used it that much. It's not that sparkly, but I'm gonna finish it eventually. Hopefully. So then for shades I want to hit pan on, I do want to hit pan on this shade. I have it on today. It was in for 10 uses, but then I've been using it and I'm like, I can hit pan in that because it's dipping. So it's this shade here I have on, the like copper shade. Well, it's actually called Copper. So it's again from the Revolution Emerald palette, and it's the shade Copper, and I don't know if you're going to see any difference between the photos because there's like one use from there, but although you're seeing it now and I have used it more since then, so I'm not sure. But I can see a dip, I just don't know if you can see the dip, but hopefully by next month you'll at least see the dip. If not, a pan. But I think I'm on like 3 or 4 out of 10 uses, so hopefully we'll have 10 uses or pan by the next update. This is from the Odin's Eye Merry Christmas palette, and it's the shade All Night, and it's this orange. I haven't used this month. Actually, maybe I used it like once, but I haven't used it. I could use it with this look, but yeah, I'll get around to it. It's just a pretty orange, and I think it's quite low in the pan because I was nearly hitting pan on it before I repressed it. So yeah. Then this shade is from the NYX Ultimate Utopia, and it's the shade 10. I already had pan in this. I just want to re-hit pan, and honestly I think it's quite close. I probably could have done it, but I didn't do that many blue looks. Hopefully I will do some more blue looks. I have a blue eyeliner I need to finish, so hopefully I will be able to re-hit pan in that. This next one is a similar story. Same palette, but shade 9. Also had pan, and I want to re-hit pan again. I haven't used this yet since I rolled it in, but I think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be a 1 or 2 use kind of situation. Then I have a shade from the Liar Beauty palette, it's shade 8. This is the only shade in that palette that I didn't hit pan on before I depotted it. So I want to hit pan on it now. It's in this look, it's in my crease, so that's why I'm doing this look at the minute, to try and hit pan in that shade. I think we'll have it by next update. Then I have the shade Ebony from the Made by Mitchell 5th Dimension Ground Running palette, I believe it's called. This is getting a dip now. We're nearly at 25 uses and it's making me kind of want to quit, but I think we're just going to keep going until we hit pan. I do think I might neglect it a bit whilst I do 10 uses on the black in the palette. It's definitely use. I'm using it every day to like do a little line no matter what shade I have on. So yeah, that is all the shades I want to hit pan on. So for 10 uses I have this shade. This is from the Morphe 35C and it's the shade RSVP Yes. I think I have like 7 to go. I still have a while to go. I'll put on the screen how many uses I have, but I hit pan in this shade after like 2 uses, 3 uses, something like that. I think I'm on like 4, 5 now because I have it on here. This is the Odin's Eye Merry Christmas palette, the shade Little Star, and this was in for 10 uses, but I did hit pan. But I am going to continue the like 5 more uses I have to do, because I finished up my Frankencrease shade. I rolled in this, so it's from the Made by Mitchell 5th Dimension Ground Running palette. It was from the advent calendar, and it's the shade Clayed Up, and I did dig my nail in it, so that wasn't ideal, but I think I have like 4 uses to go on that one, so I can get that done pretty quickly. This is another Morphe shade. It's from Morphe 39L, and it's the shade 35. So that's a tiny dip, but yeah, I'm just going for 10 uses on this one. Morphe shades are hard to hit pan on. The Jolie Beauty Pride palette, and it is the shade The Graphs. I have like 6 or 7 uses left on that one as well. Yeah, we're not panning that. It's not gonna hit pan, even though those are my oldest eyeshadows, and I have Frankened some of the other shades. However, it's just not gonna happen. It's my palette now. Yeah, so hopefully, what can I have rolled out? That's gonna be done. I might be able to get a pan, but maybe not. That's not gonna be done. I think I can get pan in these 2. That 10 use will be done. Potentially, I potentially might hit pan or get 10 uses on that, and I want to hit pan on that, and then maybe 10 uses on this one. Basically all the ones in the look that I'm doing now hopefully should be all done. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, like and subscribe, and I will see you in another one. Bye.